Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all of you present over here in front of me. Now, who have come to see the confident group and our new session. Okay. Now, last time I had told you about comprehension. I said I'll write a paragraph and ask you question answers on that paragraph, and you have to answer so that you can read the paragraph also. So your reading practice will also be done, and if you have understood or not, I will ask you questions. You will come to know whether you have understood. Okay. So these kind of paragraphs which are given to you and then questions are asked on the same, the answers are in the same paragraph, they are called comprehension. Comprehension means read the passage and answer the questions from the passage. Is it clear? Now I'll give you about 10 seconds. You can read it. I had actually written it before so that you could read it, but since you are shown now, so we are showing it to you now. You can read it. I'll give you some time and then I'll read it and then I'll ask you questions on it. I hope it's all visible. I think you must have finished with the reading. Now I will read it out to you because there may be words that you haven't been able to read, or there may be words that you could not understand the meaning of it. So I'm going to read it out, and at the same time I'm going to tell you the meanings of some words. Okay? Yes, so let's start. First of all, it's written, read the following passage and answer the questions given below. This is called a passage. This is called a paragraph that is given to you to read. Once upon a time, there was a king who liked to keep birds that could sing beautifully. One day, while hunting in the forest, he heard a bird singing beautifully. His servant told him that the bird was a nightingale. The king wanted to keep the bird as a pet. Now, a pet is any kind of animal or bird that you keep and look after it and feed it and keep it in your house, they are called pets. So he wanted to keep the bird as a pet. So now you know the meaning of pet. He ordered his servant to catch it. The bird was caught and brought to the palace. A palace is the same. What is a palace? A palace is a place where a king lives, or the high dignitaries like king, queen, they live in palace. And palace is also called castle. Okay, even a castle is known as palace. The king was very pleased and he kept the bird in a golden cage. The nightingale did not like to be in a cage. Cage क्या होता है? Cage is a cage is a small, like you keep lion also in a cage. So a cage is a small pinjara in which you can keep birds or animals, and उनको बंद करके रखते हैं ताकि birds उड़ ना जाए. And of course, lion, tiger and all, they're very ferocious. So they are also kept in a cage. The nightingale did not like to be in a cage. It refused to sing. Now, why did the king want a nightingale? Because he heard the nightingale singing beautifully. So the king said, I will give you anything if you sing for me every day. The nightingale asked for freedom and promised that it would sing for the king every night if it was free to fly away and not be in a cage. Now, what we have noticed is that the nightingale did not like to live in a cage, wanted to be around, flying here and there. and the king had actually put the nightingale in a cage. Now, when he told the nightingale that I'll give you anything that you want, so the nightingale said, I want freedom. This is what is the passage, okay, all about. So now I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'm again going to give you at least 5 or 10 seconds, and after that I'm going to ask you a few questions and tell you how you can find the answer from this paragraph that is given. Is it clear? Okay, now let us start with asking you questions after 10 seconds. I'm just leaving it for you to see. Now, what did the king like? This will be my first question. Okay, what did the king like? Once upon a time there was a king who liked to keep birds. The king liked to keep birds. You have to put the answers in your own words. You cannot just write, once upon a time there was a king who liked to keep birds that could sing beautifully. No, you cannot say like that. You have to put the answer in your own words. We don't need once upon a time. हमें वो चाहिए ही नहीं हमारे आंसर के लिए, क्योंकि question is what did the king like? So you can say the king, because we are talking about this king. Now you see, I had just explained to you, here they have told about a king and then they will write the king. Okay, same way you will start your answer as, because you're talking about this king, the king liked to keep birds that could sing beautifully. Is it clear? So first question's answer will be this. Now if I ask you a question, what did he hear in the forest? Now let us see. He heard a bird singing beautifully. So you can also start one day while hunting in the forest, it's given. You will write, in the forest he heard a bird singing beautifully. What did he hear in the forest? In the forest he heard a bird singing beautifully. It's given so clearly and so easily you can find these answers. What order did the king give to his servant? This will be my third question. Okay, what order did he give to his servant? The bird was caught. Okay, wanted to keep. He ordered his servant to catch it, but you will not write it. He ordered his servant to catch the bird. You will not use it because it will mean anything. So you have to make it specific. Specific मतलब particularly बताना है. So you will say he ordered his servant to catch the bird. Okay, and where was the little bird in the palace? The king was very pleased. So here the bird was caught and brought to the palace. The king was very pleased and he kept the bird in a golden cage. So what will you write for? Where was the little bird in the palace? The little bird was in the palace. The little bird was in a golden cage. Or if you want to, you take words from this paragraph. The king kept the bird in a golden cage. So where was the little bird in the palace? In the palace, the king kept the bird in a golden cage. You can write like that also. So the answer should be correct. How you're putting it in your own words, you can do that without using the same words that are in the paragraph. Now the last question is, why did the bird refuse to sing? So let us see, where will we find it? The nightingale did not like to be in the cage. It refused to sing. So the bird, the nightingale refused to sing because it did not like to be in a cage. Is it clear? So you have answered this question also. Now there's another question that I can ask you, and that can be, which bird had the king seen? And you can write, the bird was a nightingale, because it's very clearly given over here. The bird was a nightingale. So sometimes in this, in these paragraphs, you can also be asked questions like, write two nouns from the paragraph. Okay, so you have to see where are the nouns. Now what are nouns? Nouns are names of, a noun is a name of a person, place, animal or thing. So you can see that what are the things that have that are names of person, place, animal or thing. So over here we can see king, birds, anything else? Nightingale, servant, palace, I think that's about all. No, you can say freedom, because they are saying name of bird. Bird we can say nightingale, okay? And we can also say bird, because noun is a name of a person, place. We can use a common noun, a proper noun. All these are nouns. So if you are asked only particular person or place or animal or thing's name, then you have to use a proper noun. Means like my name is Tara, okay? I'm a female. So you cannot say, see, you can say Tara also, you can say I'm a woman, so a woman also, a female also. These are all nouns. Is it clear? So how to find out? Now what I want you to do, as you have already seen my blog and my channel, and you can also, what I was thinking was to tell you people to record these channels, you know, to download it so that you can see it and read it again and again. These comprehensions can be read again and again. You can see the words that are in it used in the comprehension, in the passage, and you can also try to read it loudly. So with this, your reading practice will also be done. That's why I have taken these passages, and I am going to do one more passage with you, and then we will shift to something else, so that you know, this way you can understand what you can do. You can take small books from, you know, your school books, that is your grammar books. They will be having these passages, they will be having short stories at the back of the book. That is the last few pages. They write comprehensions and they ask questions and they give you stories which you can read. So you can read it loudly also. Your reading practice will be done. And whether you have understood the passage, you can see the question answers that are written at the bottom, and you can answer those questions and you will know whether you have understood. Anything that you have not understood over here, you can ask me by writing in the comments column. Is it clear? So now next time I'm going to take with you another comprehension, and then I will also want to take with you a few other things with which your hearing skills and your watching of small speeches or some lectures, with that you are watching something, somebody saying something, that part of your practice will also be done with me only. Is it clear? Okay, till next time, bye and have a nice day.